Hi everyone, this is Richard Legend, Board Game Fanatic. This is a special episode, episode 200. I can't believe I'm at this point. Giving you different games and continuations of games that I really like and enjoy. Few years, in about maybe half the year to 6 months ago, I did some top 10s. This one is especially fun for me, especially because I really like interactive stories when it comes to games because it gets you, it's kind of like an RPG type thing where you get involved with the characters and also you try to integrate yourself into the picture, whoever character you're playing in the game. And me and my nephew Justin especially loves interactive story games. And this is why I want to make this one episode, because this is really important to my heart and important to gaming. I think a lot of the games you play competitive, they can be, they're fun, like Castle Burgundy, for example, I like a lot. It's a competitive game. We play that a lot, the new one, and I enjoy that a lot. It just doesn't have it has a theme, but it doesn't have it. You don't. After the chapter or whatever you're doing, you don't have that, wow, look at the stories involved. We're so excited to see the next part or the next chapter of it. So this is why I brought this up. So this is going to be my top 10 of all time of story games that I think I'm going to recommend to you. So I'm going to go from 10 to 9. All right, and we will get to that in just a few seconds. Hold on to your seats, and I'll have some pros and cons of the game, what I like about it, and so forth, and some of the try to show you some of the materials that are in the game in the box. So we'll go into much detail, but if you decide to play it, I don't want to do any spoilers, but we'll do that, and hope you enjoy this video. If you have not joined my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate your support. I'm not looking for thousands of subscribers. I just want people who would enjoy my videos or watch my videos before and would like to subscribe. I'm trying to improve. I'll always tell people to input stuff. Not get that many inputs. But I'm trying my best to do the best job I can with the time I have, because I do work full time, and I have my family and my grandson that I just had that is very, very important to me. So I have other things on my life that I take care of, but this is one of the things I like to do. I love playing board games, especially when I go to see my sister. I go have fun with my nephews, also my friends over. Maybe that's far and between, because I live in an area that's not very. There's not much here. Where I work, I don't want to go into all the private stuff what I do, but it's a very small town in California, and just wanted to show my passion in the board game field. So let's get to it. Let's go into number 10. I will set it up and we will discuss it. All right, for number 10, we have Descent 3rd Edition. Descent 2nd Edition I love a lot. The story is there, they have a story, but it's not one better than this one. This has a major story and it's app driven. So most of the stuff is done on the app. You have multimedia. It basically goes through a story. Right now I'm still doing the first one, That's in the Dark. We haven't finished it yet. I did purchase the Act 2, and that's Patriot's War. I'm not sure how much of a difference this one is yet. I haven't tried to play it because we're playing this on the channel right now. I'm trying to get through it. It's getting harder and harder, but we're doing the job. So hopefully soon I will play another one of these soon. the one thing I like about this game, and I will open this up real quick, just show you some stuff, is one thing, it's got a lot of cards, it's got all the things you put up, you got stairs, you got all this three-dimensional stuff that gets put onto the map, and gradually you got like stairs, you have all these like little different rocks formations, you have stairs, you know, and everything gets menu gets put together, and little bookcases and so forth. So you explore the thing while you're doing the story. The story is I really like the mechanisms of this. It's kind of similar to second edition when it comes to when you have certain things, you have stamina and you have to make sure that you have enough stamina to do certain things. But the good thing about this game is there's two sides to most cards. You flip over, you lose that stamina, you can start playing you know, the other side and then use the stamina from that side. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if you do get any more stamina on those cards, you will lose more wounds, and will cause you to have may die. So so far we've been doing pretty good on this game. It's not very complicated, but the app is really good. I haven't had any glitches on the app. They always have to keep updating. Fantasy Flight, they've always been good for that. I always think all the Fantasy Flight games, majority of them are high quality, and they don't bring them out till they know it's good. So pretty impressed with that. But they have like miniatures in here, really nice ones. Different characters. All the characters are different. All the monsters could change depending on the app. It's the decision make. So whenever you make a decision on something, it will change the story somewhat. So the app will move that story around to a certain direction. Like most of the story games I have, there's always like kind of a junction where you will pick a decision, and will take you down another part of the story. So every time you do this story, it may change, and especially with the Descent, if you play this again, it's going to be maybe somewhat different. The story may be wrapped around certain ways, it may not be exactly the same. There's a lot of replayability. The quality of components are really good. The story, it's the app is kind of anime type art, but the story is good when it comes to the content of the what you're doing. You're basically meet a bunch of people that are working together, and you meet people along the way, other people that can help you, so it's a decent game. I really like it. I hope, and if you want to see it, I can put on the I'll put a link on here with the first video I did on this one, and you can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But so far, I'm not sure which one we're on right now. I have to look that up. It's been a while since we played this game. So that would be one of the things I have to think about. What we're going to be doing next. Starting at after 200. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. We've got a bunch of games coming, but they're kind of stuck because of tariffs and stuff from China. I don't know when we're going to get those games. But I did bring a few games out that I know of. I looked online which games are popular. I'm going to look at those games a little more closely and see which ones I really like. But let's see if I play through maybe 2 to see which ones I like and maybe order one. But otherwise, I got a bunch of games that I'm really interested in. A lot of story-driven games, and hopefully that's be pretty cool. We have some games this year that we can show off. But we got a lot of games to play. A lot of story games that we have started, like this 10. So that is number 10. I hope you enjoyed that explanation of that one. So let's go to number 9. Alright, number 9 is Sleeping Gods. We know we've seen this on my channel already. We haven't found all our totems yet. I think, let me see, out of curiosity, I'm not sure. Well, we defeated 3 times. We still got 3 defeats left. And so far, it looks like we're doing okay. So we have to do this again too. I've been playing this game since January 23. So this guy's a long game. It kind of reminds me of a bigger version of Second Continent. Okay. This has a really big story. It's got a bunch of books. It's got 2 expansions. You have the dungeon expansion. You have another expansion that includes some more maps and more information when it comes to the area that you're traveling through. But the story is decent. Mechanisms are different than any game I've ever seen. We have, and plus you use all the characters. So even if you play 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, each person divvies up all the characters together, and then if there are any extras, and people will decide who's going to take them. And you go around and you do turns for each person that's playing with you. I've been playing solo, so I'm basically doing with all the group. And some days I think it's a little bit easier doing solo because you don't have to worry about trying to decide who's gonna let you use one of their characters. So there's a lot of tests, a lot of battling. The battling is different in this game. Sometimes it's really difficult, super difficult, and they have like different cards for each monster. You have to maneuver around and attack at certain things. You have to have all your attacks adjacent. You're trying to get all the hearts out. Plus, there's other things that could cause more damage to whoever's battling against that monster. So, but the story is really good. I mean, they wrote it really well. You explore and you try to find, and wherever you maneuver in, it's the same thing with any story game. It's going to change a little bit when it comes out. But this game, pretty much you can travel anywhere and find other information out. There's sometimes you won't get all the information right away because you need to have specific keywords. It's specific keywords you may need to excel in the story. You also, what I say, if you ever get this game, it's very, very important. Start writing down notes right away, stuff that's difficult, because you may go back there and, oh shoot, I forgot about this one monster that's going to cause a lot of havoc. That happened me once or twice, and I had to make sure I write it down, make notes on the island, say don't come here till you get stronger. But it really is a decent game. I don't know how the person who set up was mind-boggling, how they got the mechanism for the combat, mechanism for the testing, all the different cards you get, all the testing of all the characters. They have the specific skills. You can improve those skills. It really is an outstanding game. The story is good. Not my favorite story. That's why it's on one of my bottoms on my list. But it does have a story involved, and you're traveling around trying to get out of this area because you're stuck there to get the gods back up and getting all these totems. So And the art's beautiful. The cards are beautiful. The art is really beautiful. Whoever did the drawings are really amazing. But it's like it's an amazing game. So if you like kind of like Seventh Continent, Seventh Citadel is another one. Those are two notable mentions I want to mention now. They're really good. I think Seventh Continent is really hard, in my opinion. But haven't got through one venture yet. I died beforehand. Seventh Citadel is a little bit different. There's a little more chance of getting more cards back. And you could rest and so forth and get more cards back. But it's a totally, some of the mechanisms are different. It's a whole different avenue. But I enjoy it. Played with my nephew and it's pretty cool. But this game right here is pretty cool. I like it. It's a really good solo game, in my opinion. One of the best ones. The one we just showed you, number 10, was a good solo game if you want to play that solo. But sometimes I like to play with a bunch of people. And this is a game you could also divvy up the characters and still play the same thing. You just have to explain what's going on and get them into the story. Hopefully they enjoy it. But that's Sleeping Gods. Number 8. It's been, I think it's gonna be much different than this, but we'll get into it. So that's number 9, Sleeping Gods. All right, for number 8, is one of my games from Awakened Realms. Love this company. They always make really good games. Very impressed with them. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Babylon. This game is very dark when it comes to the story. You're basically one of the persons who lives on this island called Avalon, and it's falling apart because the darkness is coming in and enveloping the land, and due to the spell that was put on this island. And there's these what they call them? Let me grab them. So these statues, and they only last for a period of time. And let me see what the names are. Menhirs. Yeah, menhir. And these things are powerful, and basically you pray to them, and you give them food. You can give them wealth. You can give them magic. It depends on what area you're in and what these menhirs are at. But the object is to keep these menhirs alive in that area, so you can explore and find other stuff, and then travel to another area. So these menhirs are all interconnected in some way. And during this time, you go to different areas in this story. They have all these different spots, and you can do some exploring. Exploring will basically you look, and there's a whole story involved when you get into there. And the same thing, you have keywords in this game that we'll use to move the story along. That means if you go to one area, they give you a keyword. It may work to start bringing the story back. And I think, I'm not sure if I'm still alive or not. I'm trying to remember. I think I restarted the story. I'm restarting the story up again. I have to look. This one's not being used. I don't know. I have to see where we're at. Or if I died on the story, then we got problems. We got to start from scratch. So my nephews have played this game with me, and Yeah, this is the one we were playing together. Yeah. So this is, let's see, there we go. I printed out a bunch of different save sheets. But I think it has to be start, because I think I died. Chapter 3, so I have to start from scratch again. But, yeah, so. But, the story is amazing. When you start reading the story, it's very, very dark. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the story. And without giving anything away, it gets exciting because you're going and doing things. You collect different items. You attack different people. There's diplomacy and there's combat. The combat is also different in this game, like with the last game we were talking about. This has a different mechanism, and some of them use a cube to go back and forth, up and down. That's diplomacy, and you get to a certain point where they decide to help you, and you win the diplomacy. Attacking you will basically try to kill those monsters off by using different cards, and every character has different cards. You also upgrade cards and stuff, and it's also a deck building type game where you're building your character and making it stronger. You are collecting experience to upgrade your abilities of your character. Also bringing up your combat, bringing up your other aspects of your character to make them better on certain diplomacy or in combat. So, and the story could change. It's just like anything else. It has a bunch of different directions. Anytime I play this game, it's going to change, and it's amazing game. I really like it, but it's difficult. Okay, if you like dark type stories, this is one you would want to get. Tainted Grail. There's a lot of expansion for this game. So far I've seen there's a few. I bought one other expansion with it. Haven't used it yet. Still going through the Fall of Babylon, trying to get through it. But otherwise, I recommend this game a lot. If you're really into the dark type games. And there's a bunch of other games that I have on this list that are dark, and I'll explain to you. The story here is awesome, but there's one other dark game that has a really good. It's not really a story game; it's more of a board game. But I included it in my list because I like the integrated story. It really tells you what's going on. You make choices, stuff like that. So I had it included in this list. So that is number 8, Holy Grail. So let's go to number 7. All right, number 7. It's funny. We just talked about it. This is the game I was talking about. It's a dark game called The War of Mine. This War of Mine. This is based on a video game. I don't know if it's a cell phone game or if it's a computer game. But this one it's based on European, like a World War. It's like World War III type thing. The end of World War III, where people are trying just to survive in Europe, and during this, basically in this like. You have like 4 people, and you're in this kind of house, and you're just trying to survive, getting food, fuel, other things to survive. And you have to venture out of here. Well, venturing out is kind of difficult because there's soldiers out there that are trying to, you have criminals that are trying to steal from people. There's people killing people. It's really dark. All the story is very dark, but it's very integrative and very. You're feeling for the people. You're trying to figure out what would I do as a person. And you can change the character somewhat because each character is going to have an ability, You decide which character is going to go out. There's a chance of getting shot, time to get injured. But you also have portions in the house where you're trying to explore this house to try to find more supplies, making different equipment upgrades that can help, like heating or just a stove to cook, making more weapons, improving weapons, upgrading them, stuff like that. So you have specific times where you have episodes where you have an event that comes up as you decide what you're going to do. You also have objectives for that specific time that you have to try to accomplish, collecting certain things that you need to find. And people start, it's kind of like, in a way, pandemic, because there's times where one of your characters may pass away. Well, you may find somebody else that comes in and helps you. That may happen. Or you find someone who may help you, but you find out he's not a really help, he's here to hinder you, and then you have more problems. But this game is awesome. A bunch of different cards, a lot of story, a big book, a storybook that goes through the story, and you basically just follow what it tells you to do. There's a lot of, I think I've already had this on my channel already. Where am I? If you haven't watched it, you can watch that one. And I will list all the links to all these games on my not my comment section, my description. I'll have all of them in my description, so you guys can take a look at these games, see if you want to get it. This one specifically, I think it's got an upgrade. It was on Kickstarter, I found out. I wasn't going to buy it because this one's good enough for me. But otherwise, that's what mine is about, and hopefully you enjoy it. So let's go on to number 6. Well, here's number 6. There's another game by Awaken Realms. It's called ISS Vanguard. This game basically is about a ship called ISS Vanguard, and it's traveling to space, and they get this message that states they need to find this one planet, and they're trying to find it. But while you're doing that, you're traveling to different planets, learning different information, getting supplies, using different people. You have a bunch of people on the ship. So there's like a part where you explore the planet. Then you also come back, you do some upgrading of your ship, upgrading of your characters, upgrading of I may have people who passed away or got injured, they may die specifically, but you go through a space, it's like when you're a ship, you do basically a planet exploration. You also have this big story when it comes to this. All the story comes into effect. You have people that have specific objectives. That's an upgrade that I have. Also, we have the 2 other upgrades that I haven't used yet. These are used after I finish this one. We haven't got done with this one yet. Have this on my channel. I've done a few already. We're gonna start working on the next one very soon. I'm really excited about this game because I love the concepts, the book, how you have this one notebook that controls everything on the ship. You also have specific people that have specific abilities. You pick and choose who you're going to put on the exploration, depending on what they do. And then they're going to help or not help the exploration. You may have attack some aliens. You may have to explore certain areas, or there's a situation where you have to do computer stuff, skill checks, and so forth. And use dice for that. Amazing game. A lot of great mechanics. I really like this game. I like to play with more than one person, but you can also play this solo. I enjoy doing it with more people because it gets more exciting. Because each person gets to play a character. Yeah, that's basically my aspect of it. There's a lot of good, and you upgrade your dice. You can upgrade your dice with specific things that you're doing. The dice mechanisms are cool because when you use dice, you put them in a specific area that you can't use anymore, so you have to bring it back, and it may cause you to get exhausted, and you need to find more food or something to get you back to your strength, so you can start using more dice again. There's different equipment you can bring to the ship. So it's a pretty interesting game. I love this game. It is app driven. You can use a book that's in here. You don't have to use the app. But I really appreciate the app. The app is amazing. Somebody's talking and there's different voices. It's interactive, and you really get the concepts of the noises and stuff on the planet, or what's going on, the emotion using this specific app. You could probably get some of it from the book, but it's not the same. So it's a free app. You get it off the internet. You put it on your iPad and you just use that. And specifically whatever the code is, you put it in and it'll tell you what to do or what you have to do, doing a skill check, so forth. But a lot of good quality stuff in here, a lot of nice books, a map, different ships. Kind of reminds me of Star Trek in a way, because it's basically you're just exploring the planets. And I love it, and the story's so awesome. I really like the story in this one, and it gets more involved when you start working on the game. So this is a good one to pick up. You may just want to start with the big box, the first one, ISS Vanguard. You can get it. Then start collecting the other ones if you finish it up. But this one takes a while. I still haven't finished yet, so I've been playing it for a while. So like I said, I'll put this also on the link so you can look at the mechanics. I think I have one explaining the mechanics a little bit, the intro, and I'll go through each one that we do. Except there is a few that I skipped because I was playing with my nephews. But otherwise, you'll get a gist of how it's going. Alright, so that is ISS Vanguard. So let's go to the next one. That's number 5. Alright, well, number 5. Number 5 is my Lord of the Rings Journey to Middle-earth. This is also an app-driven game. It's made by Fantasy Flight. Right now they have up 2 upgrades. They have the Spreading War expansion, and they have the Shadow Pass. The Spreading War expansion is the newest one. Right now I'm still on the main box. You have, I think, 3 adventures, or maybe 2 or 3, depending on this one. You also have some DLC ones where you can purchase. I have another one that you can use for a different story. The Spreading War expansion has a few, and also the Shadow Pass has a few. The app is really awesome. It basically goes through and shows you how to place all the tiles. You have these little tiles. You also have miniatures that you put on there. You're battling via the app. You do pretty much everything by the app, except when you're doing skill checks and you will use in your cards, whatever specific character you are. And you can pick from different ones. You don't have to use the ones I use on mine right now. I'm using Frodo and I think, or Bilbo or Frodo, that's which one. And some dwarf that I'm using right now for the first adventure. I haven't ever got past, I think, past it yet, so I'm trying to get through it this time. Still doing it. I'll put the link on the ones I have online on my YouTube channel for this game, so you can see how this is working. This is a really good game too. It's amazing. Also, a notable mention is the Lord of the Rings card game by Fantasy Flight. There are a lot of expansions for that game. The card game is pretty ingenious also. There's not much, there's a story involved, objectives that you have to do to accomplish to get through this specific scenario, and sometimes they're super hard. I think I went through, I think I accomplished the first one, but there's, you know, they have a whole one based on just the Lord of the Rings trilogy that you see in the movies, and those are difficult, really difficult. There's another one that's before that, a prequel that they have, and they have a bunch of ones for The Hobbit also. So you look into that. I got a few of those on my YouTube channel also. You can watch how that's done. I got a really good explanation of how to play the game, Lord of the Rings card game for that. What else? We also have the Lord of the Rings board game. That's more like a board game thing where you work together as a group. Each person's a different character. They have different ability, and your object is to get the ring thrown into the Mount Doom. That game has got a lot of different cards. You're playing with cards. You're using the cards with symbols to go to different spots via each act, and you try to accomplish each act and get all the way to the end with surviving. But that's a really good game too, and that's made by Fantasy Flight. So I think there's another game by a bunch of different games that just came out for Lord of the Rings card game, or there's one for the it's kind of like a dual game for Lord of the Rings. Was supposed to be really good. I haven't tried that one out yet. I saw a video on it. It sounded pretty cool. But a lot of different finishers. Pretty exciting game. The attacking involves the cards too. You're doing skill checks. You're trying to battle with the weapons you have. You can upgrade your weapons. You can upgrade items. You can find items. You can upgrade your abilities of the characters. Try to get them better. You get different cards that will help you out on the long run. But this is a really good made app, and I really love the game. I really love to play this. And I play two characters because I'm doing solo. But just like any other game, I'd rather be playing more than one player. But because I'm in this area, I'm trying to show the game, so I'm trying to do as much solo as I can here at the house. So to show you guys some stuff so you can enjoy this with your friends and family. Alright, so that's the Lord of the Rings. So let's go to number 4. Alright, next one I have is number 4 is Sword of Sorcery. I know you guys seen this on my channel already a few times. Pretty a lot of different cards. Using 2 different characters right now. Doing pretty good so far. Still in the Immortal Souls right now. These are some of the expansions. These are the continuation of that. I got Arcane Portal. I have Darkness Falls, and then I also got the Mysterious Lair with the dragons. Pretty awesome. The story, I love the story. I love the mechanics of this game. Story is pretty cool. It has a little storybook that you use to go through the different scenarios. Some of them are really hard. There was one I think I'm on right now that I don't know if I passed it or not yet. I have to look and see. But I think I did pass it. But Still not done with this one yet. Almost finished. I think I have two or three scenarios left on this one, then we'll go on to the next box. But great game, awesome game. If you like anything to do with like Dog Judge Crying or just the story involved with it, it's amazing. These characters in Sword and Sorcery are basically these heroes that have passed away. They got resurrected by a killer. I'm telling you, this is the first part of the story. And the whole objective is to try to get, and they have these souls. They're not solely strong right away, but then you start developing their different skills, more equipment, getting stronger, and sooner or later they become mortal again. So that is the whole premise of the story. And they come into a situation where they have to help the people of this town, and it goes haywire from there. So it's really, I love this game. I really recommend it. If you wanted to start with the Mortal Souls first, that's the beginning. You have like maybe 7 scenarios total in the game so far, so it may last you a little while. It does take some time to set up though. Just make sure you have some time to set that game up. It's not that difficult. I think it's much easier than Gloomhaven or Frosthaven. I think those take a lot longer. But it does show you where to put everything and all that stuff, and then you go into your storybook and you start from there and go through it. Has a lot of rules though. This game, a lot of specific rules you have to obey by. So you need to get to learn the rules. If you really want to learn this game, watch my videos on my channel from start to finish. You'll get the gist of how this game works, and I'll explain to you how everything works in this game. So that is number 4. This is my top 4. So number 4 is going to be Sword and Sorcery. All right. Now we're going to go into number 3. I'll figure that out in a second. And next 3 are my favorite games, story games of all time, so far. I know there's some games that are coming soon. I don't know how they're going to be. They have a lot of story involved also, so we'll see how those go. But otherwise, these are my top 3. Okay, and so far, all 3 are amazing. Okay, and they have different avenues when it comes to them. So we'll talk about those in a second. So let me get number 3 out, and we'll be right back. All right, my number 3 is Tanares Adventures. This is an amazing story. So far, you've seen it on my channel. I've done a few of those already. Some of them can be difficult, some can be hard. The story involved, it starts out with a story. You make decisions on what you're doing. There's some things you may get in the process. You may get some wounds, whatever. But there are a lot of different monsters in the game, a lot of variety when it comes to things. The reason I showed you my expansions here is mainly because these are the ones that are normally we purchase with Arena. Now, if you like games that you can battle against each other, you could purchase the whole set with Arena and Tanares Adventures together. It's a little more expensive because they're the older version, but this one gives you a kind of a compact scenarios where you can battle against people, the people on your table, or you can do a competitive game where you're battling against different monsters. So that's one avenue to do. But the Tanares Adventure, if you decide you want just a story-driven game that has an awesome thing, they do have the one that they developed that's integrated with all the pieces you need to play Tanares Adventure, instead of purchasing all these. So it's the same story, but it's more integrated, and the books all blended together. This one, you have to use a city book, you have to use a journal, you use a quest book, and use a road book. And let's see, scenario, and then some maps that you use for specific parts. There's one with when you go into the city, and there's one for the world that you have to do at the end of every 4 days. So for quests that you do. And you upgrade your characters. Your characters get upgraded. You get you may get different cards. You may get different things that happen. New cards, new NPCs that may help you. But the story is amazing. I mean, from start to finish. You're investigating the first introductory. You have to do the introductory before you start playing this game, and we'll show you the basically the mechanics of the game, and then it goes into, there's 2 different introductions you do, and then after that you go into the real world where you pick and choose what adventures you're going to be doing, and that's dependent on where your direction you're going to be doing in your own story. So so it's pretty cool. I like playing it with more than one player because each player gets its own hero sheet. We do have, if you play just solo, you get like 1 plus another 3 guys that are easier to use. They have some type of powers, but it's not the same. Not the same as what you do with your regular hero. But the stories, wow, it's amazing. Just the descriptions, whoever wrote this storybook is amazing. The journal, the quest, everything's integrated together. You need to follow verbatim. If you don't, you're going to screw the game up and you're going to figure out, why am I lost? But you have to read the story and make sure you're doing everything it's telling you to do on that specific page. But otherwise, a lot of miniatures involved. You get a lot of the different miniatures, dragons. One of these, the one on the end, has painted miniatures. You can purchase the Tanares Adventures by itself with painted miniatures, and they're really beautiful. Amazing. But if you like good story, you like battling, you like trying something with different mechanics that I've never seen before in my life, Tanares Adventures is the one you want to purchase, if you can still get it. So, one of my recommendations. Alright, so that is number 3. Alright, number 2 is one of my favorite games right now. Well, not number 2 and number 1. I can't lie. Both of them are good. So let's get that on the table and we'll go through that one. Alright, number 2. My big box. This one I've been waiting for almost 2.5 years for. And I was worried when I got it I was going to be very disappointed. But I'll tell you, it's an amazing game. Basically, there's 4 characters, 4 different type of characters. I think there's more than 4. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. But let's see, there's 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 different characters you start out with, and comes with multiplayer boards for each one. Each one's different. Each one has different abilities. And you start with one ability. You get a weapon, basic stuff. You're just basically you're starting out at this one place where they're teaching you how to fight and stuff like that, and you're trying to get these specific coins to pay off for your freedom. And that's basically where it starts. You're in a camp with a bunch of other people, and you are venturing around this kingdom called Arydia. And Arydia has a land, and you basically go to different spots, and there's different events that happen. And there's a bunch of cards in this game, amazing amount of cards. You find NPCs, you find people that will help you, you find items, you find monsters that you have to battle. And the concept of the fighting is different because every weapon has a different type of movement, how you do the damage. So you have to figure out, well, where am I going to start from? Where you're going to, and you have to put all your cubes on that specific monster. You have to have them all in there to die. So, and each monster has a different abilities. There's some of them really tough. We've had that before, where people got unconscious. You also find gold. You find different stories that are pretty, somewhat dark. Some could be good stories. You come in contact with a shack that you think is very small, and it comes out to be this huge adventure that you find out that's underneath it. So just giving you a wild explanation of how this game is. This is an amazing game. I'm very happy I got it. My nephews love it. I love it. Right now, we're not playing this right now because we're trying to finish the other game up that we're doing. But as soon as that's done, we're going to start doing this again, full force. Because when I finish with this with them, I want to put this online. I'm not sure this was made by Kickstarter, by Far Off Games. I don't know if you can get it still online, if you can still purchase it, if there's any extra copies left, or if it's in the stores now. But if you can, you need to get this game. It's heavy. It's like almost 70 pounds. There's a lot of stuff in this box. There's some little sorting out that you have to do before you start playing, like with the cards and stuff, to get them set up. But otherwise, after you finish all that, then you're good to go. And it's very easy to set up. Every single character you put in a box, you set up all your stuff. Put it back in the box when you're done. Pull it out, put it set up. It only takes like 5 minutes to set up every time I start playing. So it's not that bad. But yeah, really a very great story. It's got a story involved. It's integrative. Very awesome. But the next game, #1 game of story, is very interactive. It integrates into your players into the game. And I think I've talked about this game before, and I have it on my channel. And I bet you guys can guess what it is. All right, and I'm gonna do #1 right now because I have it right here. So this heavy box. All right, and if you ever get this, start with the beginning one. I'll kind of explain what I think you should do when you purchase it. This one. Let me get the game. Right. Oh, heavy box. Alright. Well-played adventure. My #1 story game of all time. And my nephew says the same thing as I do. This is 1 to 4 players, from 14 up. And a game session may last from 90 to 150 minutes, depending on which book you'll be doing. But if you want to start this, purchase this one first. This is the game that gives you 10 storybooks that you will go through. It takes a while to get through them. But at the same time, there's a 10 storybooks plus a extra adventure that you can go through, a steam adventure. If you're doing a steam bench, I would wait till maybe the 4th scenario before you do it, because it's pretty hard. Then go on to the rest of them. But this game has got this mechanics that integrate your characters into the story. So when you do like the first story, for example, and you come in contact with people, you get these cards, and they're called title cards. And the title cards are kind of like keywords, because when you go into the story, they'll say, do you have this? And you look at your title cards, and you say yes, you go to that specific part of the book, and you go on to there, because they already know that you came in contact this event. And there's different events for different parts of the story. There's not just one. There may be 2 or 3 that happen, depending on what happens with your characters, what happens with the attack, or what happens to your interaction. So it's amazing. But each person picks a character. You could also use role player. When you finish role player, you can use that character that you made in role player and transfer it to the role player adventures. Alright, and it's got this guideline how you do it, but you can do it that way too. So if you also have role player is a cool game. It's a competitive game. It's a dice game, and you basically it's kind of like D&D. You're basically doing making the strongest character possible, and basically going in between to certain values, so you can get all the points you can get. The most victory points you have, the better. All right. And for this one though, there is an expansion section that I want to bring up now. So let me see here if I can. What was it? Oh, I got stuff all over the place. Hold on. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. All right. So this is called Nifros, the Goddess of Judgment. This is another book that gives you a backstory for this specific box. I recommend you get this because this will give you a little more integration when it comes to your character, because your character will have more story in this book. There's a lot of stuff in here for each scenario. So recommend you purchase it same time you purchase Role Player Adventure if you can. This one you don't need for this specific box, because this one is a wholly different story. This is 1,000 years before this story comes in effect. So if you want to purchase all 3 involved, that's fine. You can do this story first, then go into this one. If you want to do it that way. But the way it worked for me is I purchased this one first because it came out first. Then I purchased this. And this is the one that me and my nephews are doing right now. I think we have 3 more books left on this one. There's only 7 in this one. We also, Thunderworks is working on another story. It's coming out. I already purchased it. So it keeps coming up with new storylines. So this one's really cool too. Blue Bluff Secret. Wow, amazing story. But yeah, that's. And you come with these little story books, like I said, like Adventure 9, Girl Like Colossus. It got the whole story here, and you go through this whole thing with the map that you use for navigating through that story. You use dice to do all your skill checks. Very interesting concept. Each person that plays this game will have different cards. So when you're doing a skill check for something, you're working together, and you go into you help each other out during this whole. Even with attacking, the same thing. For attacks, is kind of using the dice to determine what is happening and how you accomplish the mission. The cards will maneuver dice a certain way. Pretty cool concept. I have this on my channel also. So if you want to look at that, I'll put that on the link also. And the only thing is, when you play one player, it's super difficult because you don't have as many cards as you would do with the multiplayer. I recommend at least two to three players at the least. 4 players is optimal, but yeah, it's amazing story. Involvement. It's really cool. We love the story. We didn't want it to finish, but it got done, and we were like, ah. And then he finally came up with Coolpick's Secret. So just excited to do that one. That's where we're at right now. So we're excited about this one. So that is my #1 story game. There are a lot of good games out there. All right, but those are my picks of my favorite top 10 story games. There's a lot of games out there that top 10 cooperative. There's a few that I just got that I will probably add to my list next time we do a thing. Probably in the next, I'll do one every 50 videos maybe. We'll go into that. The next one probably competitive, and go cooperative again. See if I get any other games that I've gotten. They're good. I have a bunch of games coming in. Very excited about them. Very excited to play them. Some of them are original. And hope you enjoy being on my channel and for the next 100 episodes. So you guys, thank you for watching. It's like I said, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments or suggestions on this video, please put those comments in there. Any comments are appreciated. I will respond to you. And I just want to say thank you for all the people that do subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And you guys have, today is Sunday here, so we're going back to work full force next week. Hopefully I can get one more game in during the time when I come home at night and before I go to bed. My schedule is crazy, but I will see what game I'm trying to figure that out right now, is what game I'm gonna play next. So otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Take care now.